One of the US Airmen wounded during Wednesday's attack at a German airport remains in critical condition tonight. 2 airmen were killed. A 4th sustained injuries not believed to be life-threatening. National correspondent Catherine Herridge reports on what we know and what we don't know about the suspect.
This picture of Arad Uka comes from a social networking site where he allegedly wrote about holy war and the kuffar, or unbeliever. German officials now say Uka has confessed to this shooting at the Frankfurt airport on Wednesday, which left 2 U.S. airmen dead and 2 others wounded. While the evidence so far points to a single gunman, does the attack amount to an act of terrorism? The question was put to the State Department spokesman.
So even if it's somebody acting alone, that's not a terrorist attack? I'm just trying to understand why you can't make that clear.
Well, for example, was the shooting of Congresswoman Gabby Giffords a terrorist attack? I mean, you have to look at the evidence and look at the motivation, and then you make a judgment.
A day earlier, while intelligence reports were circulating that the gunman shouted "Allahu Akbar" or "God is great" as he opened fire, the president made no mention of terrorism in a rare briefing room appearance.
I want to take a brief moment just to say a few words about a tragic event that took place earlier today in Frankfurt, Germany. I want everybody to understand that we will spare no effort in learning how this outrageous act took place.
Critics say the administration is engaging in willful blindness.
It was an assault on military personnel by a person carrying a heavy-duty weapon, an automatic weapon, shouting jihadist chants. I mean, if that isn't a terrorist act, I don't know what is.
After the massacre at Fort Hood in November 2009, when an Army major allegedly shot and murdered 13 and wounded another 32 after he shouted "God is great," the administration did not call it terrorism.
We don't know all the answers yet, and I would caution against jumping to conclusions until we have all the facts.
While it took the administration another 7 weeks to publicly call Fort Hood a terrorist act, the head of the National Counterterrorism Center recently told Congress the intelligence community had drawn its conclusions within 48 hours of the shooting.
We designated that a terrorist attack in what we call the Worldwide Incident Tracking System. So from our perspective, it was as soon as we had the initial indication of the motivation, we counted it as a terrorist attack.
U.S. officials tell Fox that German authorities are investigating, quote, substantial evidence that Uka has links to Islamic fundamentalist groups in Germany, but so far there is no evidence linking Uka to the known terrorist plots that led to the European terror alerts. Brad.